Good afternoon, this is Charlie D right here. It is June the 9th, 2019, 3:33 p.m. Kind of updating the old backhoe project. I'm getting prepared to pull what's left of the engine block out. I have removed the fuel injector pump. I have removed the fuel tank. I have removed the steering wheel, which is like hydrostatic steering or whatever, and there's a line that goes in here on each side that I've removed. I've also removed the starter, which goes there, and learned that somebody never did put a bolt in the bottom there. And I took a rough measurement from the flywheel there to the front of this here. That was 2 inches. Again, that was from the face of this flywheel, if you can see that, to the very end of this starter, this case here was 2 inches almost exactly. So I'm trying to take that note because I'm going to be needing that to as a reference whenever I go to adapt this other engine in here. What else to do? Oh yeah, the shifter, the stick shift had to come out to remove the tank. That wasn't very fun, but I got it out. It was just a handful of bolts. There's some detent springs in there. I guess I could probably show you this. It has been raining, and I did do some work yesterday and some work today. I did not film yesterday because it was too dark. It was actually past dark. Yeah, here's all the shifting gates right there. So they're both placed in neutral. There's 4 springs. One was there, and then there. When I got to put this back together, I'm going to be very careful and try to vacuum around there, and maybe try to find this gasket if I can. So that's mostly what I did yesterday. Today I aired up the back tires, which were flat again, and actually I made I got a regulator from Harbor Freight, which I know is not very good, but I made it up a little hose so we didn't have to stay here and hold it on there. You know those the dualies on like the old RVs sometimes used to have like a little hose, or some of my trucks that goes from the inside out. I screwed that right on there, and I adapted a adapter on there, and I just walked away and aired them all up to about, I think, since these are old, very bad shape, I think like 16 psi or something. Oh wow. Yeah, this whole bearing seems a bit loose. I'm gonna have to figure out how to adjust that. See that? Now, I do have other wheels for this that don't belong to this backhoe. I'm not even sure if these are the original wheels. This is the right hand side. Valve stem's on the outside. Now I've got blocks here holding the back part of the backhoe up. I've also got blocks on this side holding the back up, and this is what I was using. I had these 2 planks here with the floor jack. I jacked it up there, and also jacked up underneath of the tractor. I drained all the oil out of it. I will have to replace these bars on both sides eventually. And while I'm at it, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to check to see if this wheel and bearing's loose. Well, and it is. Just a little bit, you can see it moving around. No, it's not. I can't really hold the camera stand, but anyway, that's moved. The whole hub is moving. These lug nuts on both sides are all messed up, so I will have to come up with a solution to that as time goes on. But yeah, this one, the valve stem is on the inside of the wheel. Matter of fact, you can probably see it right there. Got a little chrome cover on it. So I'm not sure if these are even the original wheels with this tractor, but the tires might be, maybe original. I don't know. They're Goodyears. Odd thing is, I can't find the size on them, but according to the book, they should be 28. I think 28-inch diameter rims. I can't remember the width. I think it was 28-inch. The fronts are, I think 16s. I could be wrong on that. They're kind of rough shape. Yeah, I got the front end blocked up too. As a matter of fact, the front engine mount is loose. There's 2 bolts on either side that holds the mount. It's loose currently. It is suspended by that chain back there. That's actually holding the front of the transmission up. I figured if I need to drag or move this thing somehow, having the front of the transmission up is going to be helpful. Actually, the way this is engineered, this front engine mount holds the engine up and the front half of that heavy transmission. So it's kind of a interesting engineering design, but that's the way they designed it. And that extra added stress is what caused that break right there, which I'm going to, that's part of the reason why this is being removed, so I can get all these cracks repaired. You know, there's one here and there, and I think there's even some back at the top of this frame. They all need to be repaired if I'm going to do this correctly. So yeah, here's that chain right there. These are, I think, 7/16 inch bolts. I ran a thread chaser through there, put 2 long bolts in there, and tightens it up, and there's quite a bit of tension on it right now. So that's basically holding this engine up. I took the lower engine to transmission bolts loose. Now this does have a torque converter. So I've never seen what a tractor torque converter looks like, so this is going to be kind of a new thing for me. Now there's 2 bolts here. I don't know if you can see it there. One there and there. I'm not sure, but those might go all the way through to the block. If so, those will be the last ones I take loose, because those have tension on them currently. So there's a total, on the other side there's a total of 8, and they're kind of spaced. Like there's, I'm sorry, not 8. Yeah, there's 2. Well, it's full of grease, you might not even see them, but there's 1 there and there's 2 there. There's 2 there, down there, that's been removed already. I'm not sure if that will show up in the camera or not. There's 2 loose on the other side. So how am I going to pull this engine off? Well, hillbilly hack. This is my dad's tractor. I'm borrowing it. It's Minneapolis Moline 5-star with a bucket, and I have chained to it this hoist that I bought, and it is bolted and wrapped around and bolted like in 3 different places on the back side. And I have it, this is sitting on blocks and wood to help absorb some of the shock, and it's also got straps all around it, so I'm hoping it don't go nowhere or anything like that. But this was, I was told, was used to put trusses up for building houses, and it was homemade. It's been bent. There's been a lot of repairs over here, which kind of concerns me a little bit. I'm getting ready to pick up a diesel engine, but luckily it's only about, it's probably about half as much of the weight as it normally is, because there's no pistons, there's no rods, there's no cylinder head, so it's quite a bit more lighter than what it was to begin with. But here's the hook. It's going to go into the, I've got most of everything set up, so I'll try to film later, and for the people who are following this build, and or this rebuild, or just basically just get it working and see how it goes. So that should be about it. I don't have any way to really film as I'm working on it, so I'm not going to set up a tripod because it's been raining off and on all morning long. So that's it. Wish me luck. Childy do right out.